Japanese reliability don't make me laugh. Granted, I bought this 80s Goldwing for 500 quid as a non-runner. And yes, she's 40 years old, but that's still 2 years younger than me. And I'm still working fine.
Honda, the power of dreams.
So where does that power come from exactly, you fat lazy piece of bollocks? Well, it's certainly not from its own charging system, as we're about to find out. So viewers of previous videos will know, I bought this bike for cheap. Once I got it going, I discovered some inconsistencies with the voltage reading when the motor was running. I did a little research and discovered that these old Honda Goldwings were notorious for burning out their stators. That's the thing that generates electricity. With any other bike, that's not such a big deal. And in most cars with an alternator, it's literally just a few nuts and bolts. And in Honda's wisdom, they decided to bury this all-important component right here in the back of the engine. And the only way to replace it is to remove the entire engine. It's not exactly a 5-minute job. Whoa, it's cold. Right, I shall go and get the Haynes manual and a chair. So it's now 2026. And I've neglected the Goldwing somewhat because... Why have I neglected you? Anyway, Malcolm, a friend of mine from Pigeon Club, got in touch and he told me that he's got a motorbike mechanic friend who's retired. And so I'm going to give him a call, see if he'd be interested in coming out to have a look. And a load of people commented on the last video, which was like 5 months ago, 6 months ago, with some suggestions and ideas. So we went way through them, hopefully not alone, but I might have to do it alone. I'll give this chap a call. Hello, that's not Perry? I was looking for Perry. Oh, right, sorry, okay. Hi Perry, it's Dan. Malcolm gave me your number from Pigeon Club. I don't know if he mentioned it to you. In the summer, I bought an old Goldwing. And he said, you might be the man to talk to about some of the gremlins I've got, potential problems and possible fixes. The hope here is that the bike is charging fine. It's just a bad earth or a bad regulator. And that the engine doesn't need to be dropped to change that stator. That's my hope, because I really want to get on a big trip on this bike. I'll talk more about that later on. The trip I've got in mind. It was looking more and more likely that the stator in my Goldwing was in fact dead. But just to be certain, I had a chance to get a professional second opinion. There are two options here. One is to take the engine out and replace the stator. The second is to fabricate a bracket and pulley and attach a small alternator. Let's get this fire going properly. All we've got so far is wet wood. Doesn't seem to enjoy it. Get that in there. Squish. There you go. Oh. As well as being a motorcycle enthusiast, Perry last worked maintaining aircraft that had a boxer engine. The perfect man to take a look at this GL 1200. So if we take the earth lead off and get splash.
The earth lead off,
yeah.
Right, and just wipe it back on the contact.
Okay.
If you see a spot there,
right,
you know the battery's something's drawing current.
Yeah, I can take this seat off to get better access, if that's handy. I thought the best thing to do first is prove that it's a good one, and then before I spend too much time and money on it, because they're not worth anything. You know, I bought this, like I said, I paid 500 quid for this, and if this was immaculate, I'd be lucky to get £3,000 for it.
Have you rode it at all?
Yes, yeah, I took it for a ride. And it was surprisingly smooth. It did charge a bit while I was riding, but it was very intermittent.
Bring the revs up a bit.
That's 3,000 RPM. It should be charging more than that though, shouldn't it? After checking a bunch of earths, Perry put the multimeter on the stator wires I'd peeled back. It could be that one or two of the coils are working, but maybe
Yeah.
one isn't.
You know, is there a separate fuse box on them?
There's one in here.
So the stator is in fact dead. Of these 3 sets of coils, only one was producing more than 4 volts. The other 2 were less than 2 volts each. I'm not a mathematician, but safe to say 4 plus 2 plus 2 is not enough volts to fill the battery with the juice it needs.
I need to change all the oils on it as well and change the timing belt.
Yeah, is it still got the tooth bolts for the camshafts?
I'm assuming so on the front there. But I was kind of waiting to find out whether I wanted to do the conversion before I changed all of that. It's all got to come off. Stick them in there. Maybe it's buried further in then.
So, armed with my Haynes manual, a great YouTube video from Steve Saunders, plus my secret weapon, Perry, the retired aircraft mechanic, who, it turns out, did his apprenticeship at none other than the legendary British motorcycle manufacturer, Brough. We made a proper start on the engine removal.
Oh, so he's done the coolant after. There's more space there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's got it right on.
Yeah. You've taken the front mud guard off as well. Was it Brough you were the last apprentice?
Yeah, Brough
for?
Superior on Vernon Road at Baseford.
How long were you an apprentice there for?
Well, I served all my apprenticeship there, started when I was 15, 16. A lot of the old owners with motorcycles used to bring them back. Before the days of computers, he had an actual stock system of cards in files of all the bikes that they made and that they built and where they went to. So people used to bring the bikes back, and you go down the cellar, about twice as big as your garage, with racks all round.
Yeah.
With Brough Superior parts all round. I even had a C15 with Brough Superior petrol cap on it.
Right.
I flogged that C15 for 12 quid. that cap now would be worth about 200.
It would, wouldn't it?
Hopefully that should lower down now if you've got that up.
No, it's not quite off. I just wanted to...
Right.
There we go. We're off.
Can it come off your side? Down to you.
Let's get this connection.
Yeah, just that connection now.
You got the weight of
I've got it. I've got the radiation, mate. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that comes off.
There we go. Thermal trousers. And a blunt knife.
Yeah, that's coming.
Perry came around and helped, and we ran some tests on the stator and found that one of them was putting out just over 4 volts, one of the coils, and the other 2 coils were both putting out around 2 volts, so obviously knackered. So we made the decision to take the engine out. So we're halfway through that at the moment. We've got all of the pipes disconnected, the carbs disconnected. All we've got left to do is take the drive shaft off. The engine mounts at the top, but it's halfway through the day now, so we're going to call it a day for now. Perry's going to come around next week. We'll have another go and hopefully get it to the position where we can drop the engine, get it out, get it on the bench, and then look at changing the stator. I ordered all the parts. They've all arrived now, except for the timing belt. 2 good things so far, touch wood. Pretty much every nut and bolt has come out brilliantly. So easy. It's bizarre. I've never had a bike this old where everything just comes, nothing's rounded off. Everything's just come out nice. I can't, yeah, I'm just so happy with that. The other thing, I said there was 2, didn't I? Every nut and bolt came out easy. What was the other thing? What we've found when disconnecting this and getting this ready to drop the engine is using Steve Saunders' video on YouTube, brilliant resource. And it just shows you bit by bit everything that you need to do. So rather than flipping through pages and looking at, stills that aren't particularly great quality, on their black and white, the video that he put together, some of the bits are out of focus, which is a bit difficult to see, but so far it's been brilliant, and it's just sort of showing you everything and what to watch out for. So I'd highly recommend using that if you happen to buy one of these and have to change the stator.
It's funny really, I knew there was a high likelihood that the stator was bad the first time I saw the low voltage charge, but I clung to the hope that it would be a simple fix because, I'll be honest, removing the engine just felt like a big job. It's not something I was scared of doing, it's just a case of taking your time and being methodical. And I have previously swapped the engine out of an old CCM, but that was a simple single cylinder with no plastic fairing. And that's the thing, 40-year-old plastics tend to crack, 40-year-old wires chafe and become brittle, and this 42-year-old man doesn't like the sound of any of that. Big day today, Rufus. Big day today. Might get the goldwing running. Harry will be here 20 minutes. Right, so, oh, I like the sound of my voice. I've dropped to a baritone. Good news is the engine's back in. Carbs are connected, the cooling system's connected, all the electrics are connected, all the bolts are torqued up. All we need to do now is add the engine oil and the coolant, get this thing, and hopefully today, all being well, we're going to get it started and it's going to charge. So I've changed the stator. A really annoying thing happened. So the reason we're a little bit behind is I ordered this gasket online and I put it on, it was wrong one. So we were all ready to put the engine in, get this, I was going to put the gasket on, I fitted the stator, and then I was going to put the gasket on, put the casing back on, and then ring Perry and get Matt to come and help and lift the engine back in, and I had to cancel that because of the wrong stator. I should have checked that as soon as it arrived, and I didn't, I left it a few days. We've got to connect the stator up, so we've got to solder the stator wires once we're happy that it's charging. I've removed the extra wires that were attached. I think the only one that I probably should have kept is the one that the voltmeter, but I'll put a new one in, I think.
I'll just tittle a bit in for a start, make sure we've got no leaks.
Where's that from?
Yeah, let's have a look.
And you see, I've got an 8mm spanner.
Yeah, I've got a socket here, let's see if it's... see there, looks like it's leaking out that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, loose.
Is it?
There you go.
And finally, our first setback, closely followed by the second, a stripped sump plug.
It's overflown, it's right at the rim there. I've brimmed it.
I'll say what we could do is on this is, until you rectify it, when you're racing motorcycles and stuff like that, all the sump plugs have all got to be lock wired. Well, what you do is drill an hole straight through there and put a piece of stainless steel wire through it.
And the third.
Is this a battery on the bench?
Yeah, up on. Do you want to turn the tap on?
Yeah. Is it straight down or?
I think so, yeah. And then choke. Is that in gear?
I've got clutch in. It will, you tend to get, I don't think it is in gear, is it?
We don't want it jumping forward, do we?
No, just rock it, see if it's...
No.
No, it's not in gear.
Oh, hang on, it might be. You got your clutch in?
Yeah. Okay, clutch is out.
That's clutch out, I think it might be in gear.
Just, yeah, well, it got a neutral light on it.
No, it didn't work, does it?
Of course, we haven't moved the gear lever, but it could have got knocked in gear when we put the engine back in.
That's it, isn't it? That's clutch out, is it?
Yeah, clutch is out.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't want it running off the...
Yeah.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Smell petrol. Normally it'd fired up by now, but it might take a while for the carbs to fill. But...
Yeah. Well, do you want to pull a plug out, see if we've got a spark?
We suspected there was no spark, so we needed to test it. We did that by putting a spark plug into the cap, resting it on the engine, and looking for the spark.
Snick one out the A65.
No spark.
No spark.
Luckily, we soon found the culprit.
2 multi-pin connectors that can be crossed over. They both got the same males and females on them.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fired.
Fire then, didn't it? Yeah. There we go. Right, let's give it a go, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah. Do try a couple of times. That battery now is US.
By now, the battery was half dead, and without a jump pack, my earlier excitement looked set to end in quiet disappointment. Still, there's always tomorrow.